reinforcement learning. So in this, what is that we are going to see that we will see how the agent will learn from success and failure. Okay, so that is the agent will be learning from the reward and punishment. Whenever there is a success means there is a reward. Whenever there is a failure means there is a punishment. Okay, so the agent will not be knowing about the environment completely here. So the agent will be able to learn from the success and failure. That is, it will learn from the rewards and punishment. Okay. So here, without some feedback, what is good and what is bad, the agent will have no ground for deciding which move to take. Okay. So agent will, whichever move it is taking, it has to have some feedback. So if there is a feedback means for the good and bad, then the agent will decide properly, yes or no. So that is why the feedback is very important. Based on the feedback only, it will decide whether it is taking a good move or bad move. Okay. So the agent need to know that something good has happened. Whenever something good has happened, okay, it means that it wins something. Okay, when it wins something, something good has happened, and it will need to know that something bad has happened when it loses. Okay, so from good, if something good happened means it is winning, something bad happened means what, it is losing. Okay, so this type of feedback it should have. Okay, so this kind of feedback is called reward or reinforcement. What is reinforcement is, so the agent is getting feedback. Whenever good happen, it will be winning. That is reward it will get. Whenever bad happens, it will get a punishment. Okay, so based on this feedback, the agent is able to learn from the environment. So this type of feedback is called reinforcement. Okay. So, for example, student, if you see the games like chess, in the chess games, the reward will be received only at the end of the game, yes or no? Till end of the game, the agent will not know whether he wins or not, yes or no? So, the reward will be received only at the end of the game, okay? Whereas in other environments, the reward will be received more frequently, okay? For example, if you see this ping pong game, it is a game like tennis, table tennis, where agent receives a point means it is receiving a reward. Okay, for every point there is a reward. Okay, so that the agent will be receiving the rewards more frequently. Okay, so here, for example, if you see that rewards, where we have discussed this rewards, rewards are used to define optimal policy. Yes or no? So whenever which actions the agent has to take, so that will be discussed based on rewards only. So rewards are used to define the optimal policy in Markov decision process. Okay, in the Markov decision process, the rewards are used to define optimal policy, which is the optimal policy, which direction agent has to take to reach the destination. Okay. So here, what is optimal policy? Optimal policy is a policy that maximizes the expected total reward. Okay. What is optimal policy? Now, optimal policy will give you which is the direction that gives you the maximum expected total reward. Okay. So that is why reward is mainly used to define the optimal policy in Markov decision process. Okay. Now, what is the task of reinforcement learning? The task of reinforcement learning is to use the observed rewards to learn optimal policy for the environment. Okay, so it will just observe the rewards. What are the rewards it has? Based on the rewards, it will learn what is the optimal policy. Okay, so whereas here in the MDPs we have optimal policy, that optimal policy will decide whether that gives you the maximum expected utility or not, students. Okay. Whereas in the reinforcement learning, the reinforcement learning agent will observe whatever rewards it is getting. Based on the rewards, it will learn what is the optimal policy for the environment. Okay. So, for example, imagine playing a new game whose rules the agent don't know. How we define reinforcement learning, students? Here that whenever the agent is playing a game, a new game, so the agent does not know the rules of the game. Okay, just playing for 100 times or 100 moves, then the agent opponent announces that agent lose the game. Okay, so this is called reinforcement learning. So how the agent is playing the agent does not know anything about the game. Okay. So without knowing anything about the game, the agent will be playing the game. After some moves, the agent opponent announces that agent lose the game. This is called reinforcement learning in nutshell. Okay. So, for example, if you see in many complex domains, the reinforcement learning is the only way to train the program to perform at higher levels. Okay. So, for a most of the examples, you have AI examples, all are using reinforcement learning only. So, all the agent does not know anything about the environment. Okay. What they will do? By experience, the agent will be learning from the environment. Okay. So if the agent is learning from the environment by experience, means from the rewards and the punishments. What is reinforcement? The agent is learning from the feedback. What type of feedback it will be getting? It will be getting two types of feedback, students: reward and punishment. Okay. Whenever the agent is taking a direction, good direction, it will get a reward. Whenever there is a bad direction, it will get a punishment. Okay. So the reinforcement learning is the only way to train the agent to perform at the higher level. So in the most of the complex domains, reinforcement learning only used to train the agent. So why we are using agent, train the agent like that here is, for example, in game playing, if you take any game playing, for example, chess. So it is very hard for a human to provide accurate and consistent evaluation of large number of positions. Okay, based on some positions, he cannot decide whether the player will be winning or not. Okay, the human cannot provide accurate and consistent evaluation of large number of positions. Okay, we cannot give the whether that the agent will going to win the game from that position or not. If the agent is reaching particular position, we cannot say whether the agent is going to win the game or not. Okay, like that, human cannot give the complete information. Okay, so that is why what agent has to do here is agent has to train the evaluation function directly from the examples. How it has to train that here is evaluation function should be trained directly from the examples, means whether that move is correct move or not, it is good move or not. How do we evaluate? That will be evaluated directly from the examples. Okay. So here, instead the program could told when it was win or lost, it can use this information to learn the evaluation function. So instead of telling the program to about whether it is winning or lost, what is that here we do? We use this information to learn the evaluation function that gives the reasonable, accurate estimation of probability of winning from any given state. Okay. So, for example, student, if agent is visiting any state, if the agent is visiting any state, so what is that here? It will, this reinforcement learning agent will do. The reinforcement learning agent will give the probability of winning from any given position. Okay, so it will learn the evaluation function from the information, and using that function, what is that it will estimate? It estimates the probability of winning from any given position. Okay, so when agent will move any position, what is the probability that the agent will win from that position? Okay, so that information will be given. Okay, so what is reinforcement learning in AI? The reinforcement learning in AI is that agent will be placed in the environment and must learn to behave successfully. Okay. So what is that here? The agent does not know any information about the environment. What is reinforcement learning here is agent will be placed in the environment and the agent has to learn from the environment and by learning it has to behave successfully. Okay. So this is like how the children will learn without parents. Okay. So usually the children will be having parents guidance and teachers guidance. No, if the children is able to learn by themselves, okay, and if they have to learn such that they should be successful. Okay. So that is called reinforcement learning. They will not have any guidance, but they have to learn by themselves and they should be successful. Okay, that is the main important thing. They should be successful in the environment. That is called reinforcement learning. Okay. There are three types of agent students here. Utility-based agent, Q learning agent, reflect agent. These are the three agents. First, we'll discuss what is utility-based agent. The utility-based agent learns a utility function. What is this utility-based agent? It will learn the utility function. So it will use this utility function to select the action that will maximize the expected outcome utility. Okay, what action it has to select? Finally, if you find what is the total expected utility, that should give the maximum expected utility. Okay, so this utility based agent learns the utility function and it uses this function to maximize the expected outcome utility. Okay. Then we learn what is Q learning agent. The Q learning agent is learns the action value function. What is it learns? It will learns what is the mapping between action and value. Okay, that is called action and value function. That is called Q function. It learns the Q function and it gives the expected utility of taking a given action in the given state. If it is in a particular state, if it takes some action, what is the expected utility? So it will give what is the mapping of action to the value. Okay. So it is action to value function. So by taking particular action, what is the expected utility it takes, that will be given. That is called Q learning agent. Okay. Now we'll see what is reflect agent. The reflect agent means it learns the policy. What is reflect agent? It learns the policy that maps directly from states to action. The policy will maps directly from states to action. Okay. These are the three types of agent students. The first one, utility based agent will learn the utility function. Okay. So whatever action it takes, that depends on utility function. Pure learning agent will based on, it will learn action value function. So by taking some action, it will be reaching some, it will be getting some expected value. Okay. So the action gives you the expected value in Q learning. What is reflect agent? Reflect agent learns the policy. What is that? It maps directly from states to action. Okay. So it gives the mapping from states to action. Okay. Now we have discussed what is utility based agent. Utility based agent must also have a model of the environment in order to make the decisions. Okay. So we have discussed that in the fourth unit, that utility based agent should have the model, the transition model. So it gives what is P of SA, comma S dash. Okay, what is this called? Transition model. What is this gives? It gives the probability that by taking some action, the agent will be moving from state S to S dash with the probability denoted by T. Okay, so this is the transition model. So this utility based agent should have this transition model so to take the decisions. Okay. So what is utility-based agent? The utility-based agent must know the states to which its actions will lead. Okay, it is completely known about the environment. So by performing some action, which states it is reaching, that will be known already to utility-based agent. What is that? The complete information about the environment will be known to utility-based agent. Okay. Now let's see what is Q learning agent. Okay. So this Q learning agent compare the values of its available choices. Okay. So what is Q learning agent? It will give you action to value function. So by performing different actions, what are the values it is getting? So it will just compare those values. It will compare the values of its available actions. What are the different actions it can perform? Okay. Based on those actions, what are the values it is getting? That will be compared. Okay. Without needing to know their outcomes. So by performing actions, which states it is reaching, that is not known to that. Okay. It is without needing to know their outcomes. It does not know which state it is going to reach. Okay. So it does not need a model of the environment. So this Q learning agent does not require the model of the environment because they don't know where these actions will lead. Okay. So which states these actions will lead, it don't know. Okay. So the Q learning agent cannot look ahead. It will not have the complete information where the agent will be reaching. It cannot look ahead because it does not know much thing about environment, so it cannot look ahead. This is the serious restriction. So that is why this will restrict the ability to learn. Okay, that is why Q learning agent will restrict the ability to learn about the environment because why it does not know the which stage the agent will be reaching by taking some action, so it cannot look ahead. That is why this will restrict the ability to learn. Okay. And here we are discussing two types of learning students, passive learning and active learning. What is passive learning? Where agent's policy is fixed. In passive learning, the agent policy will be fixed. Okay. The task is to learn the utility of states. Okay. So once you have policy, what is the next task is? Next is you want to learn what are the utility of states. Okay. So this would also involve learning a model of the environment. So this is called learning of a model of the environment. So we are just finding the what are the utility values of states by executing the policy. Okay, it is having some fixed policy. By executing this policy, we have to find out what are the utility values of states. Okay, what are the we have to learn the utility values of the states. Okay, so this learning the utility of states will involve learning the model of the environment. Okay. Then I will discuss what is active learning, where the agent must also learn what to do. Okay. What is that policy is fixed means what? The policy fixed here in passive learning means that it knows what action it has to perform. So the agent knows what action to has to perform, it knows already. Whereas active learning, the agent should also know what actions it has to perform. Agent must also know what to do. Okay, how it will learn this? It will learn by exploration. What is the principal issue here is exploration. Okay, so what is that? The agent must experience as much as possible of its environment in order to learn how to behave in it. Okay, so the agent has to get more experience here. Okay, about the environment. So by getting by experience, what is that it will do? It is able to learn how to behave in the environment. It is able to learn how to behave in the environment. So these are the two tasks we are going to discuss in this chapter, that is passive learning and active learning. Okay.